Good evening to you. I think the weather did us proud today, those beautiful blue skies for the funeral. Mind you, it was a pretty close thing because in the north it was very different. It was wet and it was windy, and we have seen that area of cloud and rain working its way slowly southwards during the course of the day, and it's now getting down towards southernmost parts of the country, and there's a fair bit of rain still in the north there, as you see on the radar. This is all being brought to us by that particular weather front. It'll march on. We've got a little bit of brightness to end the day in the extreme southeast, but the rest of the country quite cloudy with outbreaks of rain. Heaviest rain now easing off from the northwest, and as that rain moves down to the south, so we will find just little bits and pieces of sort of rain and drizzle probably left behind, with the exception maybe of the far north of Scotland there. So the night ending sort of overcast and damp and drizzly and rather misty in most parts, and a fairly mild night. 12 or 13 degrees is going to be the lowest temperature. Tomorrow, quite a stiff run of westerly winds and more weather fronts embedded in them. So it's going to be quite a windy day, more particularly, I think, in the northern half of the country, with that strong wind affecting the north and west of Scotland particularly. But that, of course, is only half the story. We're going to start off with a good deal of cloud, just here and there some outbreaks of, by that time, mostly light and patchy rain, but some heavy rain in the north of Scotland. Now, most of the rain is going to be slowly dying away, and I think it'll be gradually brightening up too. And the sun should well break through in sheltered spots, more particularly in the east, perhaps more generally in the south. But northwestern parts holding on to some cloud, and still some further outbreaks of rain there in the far northwest, where, as we saw, it is going to be quite windy. Where it's cloudy, temperatures will be held down to around about normal, 15, 16 or so, whereas where it brightens up, it'll end up rather warm, up to 21 degrees. Now, during Monday, we're going to find much of the country having a fair amount of dry weather, but there will be a band of cloud and light rain moving southwards during the course of the day. That'll be out of the way for Tuesday to give most of us a fine day with quite reasonable temperatures. Good evening.